Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and welcome back to Black American Lineage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for going on this journey through our past and present. And today, I'm talking about the Fisk Jubilee Singers. This is a group of young people who literally raised money to help build Fisk University, and these were the children of the enslaved people. I'm always inspired by the story of the Fisk Jubilee Singers. Here's a taste of their music.
Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray.
I just found this short clip. I didn't get the whole song, but you get the idea. They sang the spirituals that their foreparents who were enslaved sang, except that they added a little bit more class and they dressed the songs up and they dressed themselves up and did their hair and had proper manners, but it was the same songs under the direction of a trained musician.
This is the Fisk Jubilee Singers from Fisk University in the United States, who went on tours of the world in the late 19th century, giving concerts of spirituals in order to raise funds for their university. In their 1897 concert in London, Samuel Coleridge Taylor was in the audience, and he became completely enamored with spirituals as a source of musical inspiration for the music that he was writing, which went on to be some of the most popular music in England at the time. And we'll be hearing one of the results of this inspiration this afternoon, his symphonic variations on An African Air based on the spiritual I'm Troubled in Mind.
He is right. The Fisk Jubilee Singers became so popular that they sang before presidents and they even went on a European tour where they sang before Queen Victoria of England. It is said that she really loved Steal Away and Go Down Moses. So they became world renowned, this little small group of singers from Nashville, Tennessee. The Fisk Jubilee Singers are a legendary Black American acapella ensemble founded in 1871 at Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. Their mission was to raise funds for the university by sharing the rich tradition of Negro spirituals, songs rooted in the experiences of enslaved Africans in America. They introduced spirituals to the world stage, performing for audiences across the United States and Europe. In 1873, they sang before Queen Victoria, who was reportedly so impressed, she said they must come from a royal university, leading to the nickname Music City for Nashville. Their efforts helped fund the construction of Jubilee Hall, the university's first permanent building. Their early repertoire consisted mostly of traditional spirituals, but included some songs by Stephen Foster. The original group toured alongside the Underground Railroad path in the United States, as well as performing in Europe. Now, I want to point out that Stephen Foster was a white composer from Kentucky who it is said that he listened to the enslaved people sing, wrote down their songs, and has been given credit for some of the songs that were sung by the enslaved people. So that is most likely why the Fisk Jubilee Singers sang his songs, because what it was one of the first examples of intellectual theft. If that's true, I'm just saying. Fisk University, a historically black college in Nashville, Tennessee, was founded by the American Missionary Association and local supporters after the end of the American Civil War. It was founded to educate freedmen and other young black Americans. In 1871, the 5-year-old university was facing serious financial difficulty. To avert bankruptcy and closure, the treasurer and music director gathered a 9-member student chorus consisting of 4 black men, and 5 black women to go on tour to earn money for the university. On October 6, 1871, the group of students, consisting of 2 quartets and a pianist, started their U.S. tour. They first performed in Ohio. Over the next 18 months, the group toured through Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. As they toured the country, audiences came to appreciate the singers' voices, and the group began to be praised. The Jubilee Singers are credited with the early popularization of the Negro spiritual tradition among white and Northern audiences in the late 19th century. Many were previously unaware of the spirituals. At first, the slave songs were never sung in public, said one of the Jubilee Singers. They were sacred to our parents, who used them in their religious worship and shouted over them. It was only after many months that gradually our hearts were opened to the influence of these friends, and we began to appreciate the wonderful beauty and power of our songs. After the rough start, the United States tours eventually earned $40,000 for Fisk University. That was a lot of money in 1873. In early 1872, the group performed at the World's Peace Jubilee and International Musical Festival in Boston, and they were invited to perform for President Ulysses S. Grant at the White House in March of that year. They gave a separate performance in Washington, D.C. for Vice President Schuyler Colfax and members of the United States Congress. They traveled next to New York, where they performed before enthusiastic audiences at preacher Henry Ward Beecher's Plymouth Church in Brooklyn and at Steinway Hall in Manhattan. They garnered national attention and generous donations, staying in the New York area for 6 weeks. By the time they returned to Nashville, they had raised $20,000. So they were raising money to get that university built. The Jubilee Singers were inducted into the Music Hall of Fame in 2000. They were awarded the National Medal of Arts in 2008. Their 1909 recording of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot was added to the United States National Recording Registry. They're still active today, preserving the performing spirituals with stunning vocal harmony and historical reverence. This is Jubilee Hall at Fisk University. This is the building that they went on the road to pay for. So this is a biographical sketch of the Fisk Jubilee Singers, and I'm going to leave you with just a little snippet of their sound. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.
I'm gonna call the bit of the kingdom, and that's good news. I'm gonna call the bit of the kingdom, and that's good news. I'm gonna lay down this world, gonna shoulder up for my cross, gonna take it home to my Jesus, and that's good.